Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Shout out Colorado Skywatch for this picture right here. I'm just showing this because people have a hard time believing about these massive, giant entities that are, for lack of a better term, in this place with us. Okay? I mean, you clearly can see the eyes, nose, mouth, head. Looks like it has a massive, I don't know, like gray mustache coming out of his face. Zoom in on it. Going a little closer so you can see. Seeing is believing. When I say seeing is believing, I'm talking about certain stuff melanated people and other people, Skywatchers, present. Not what's on television. That's a program. That's mind control. Shout out Gina Marie. These pictures right here are from the Solar Observatory 2020, June 9th. People were sending me the video. Kala sent me the video. I looked at it. Somebody sent me the video. I went on it, and it was like erased. And then Kala found a newer, updated version of it that she redid, and he sent it to me. I mean, you could just see it for yourself. These are massive vessels that are up on the sun. The sun is a portal, people. It's a fuel source. We know this. It fuels us. It fuels this whole world. Plant, animal, creature, water, you name it. I mean, just take a look at that. Massive vessel. Aerodynamic, geometry. Let's pull down some light, see if we can get it to better resonate. Okay. It's a little better. I mean, this thing looks like it has eyeballs on the side of it. But it's just a massive ship. Peace, love, and light. Here we are, folks. Breakdown of the things that were seen on the sun. Shout out Gina Marie. A lot of people were like, Riz, you got to go over there and take a look, bro. Well, here I am. As you can see, massive vessel. This was the focal point of that video. Everything was coming around this, interacting with this. I'll zoom in on it to show you the detail and geometry. You see it, folks? Machine. Perfect oval, circular shapes, appendages coming off, a slice in it like it's an observation deck. Look at this. This is not solar flares. That's solar flare. This is a machine. Perfect. Look at that. And this is the creature, well, one of many that were going in and around it, that were connecting to the source and then moving away from it. And from what I was seeing, it's a giant dragon-like entity up there that's, I want to say, it won't allow you to take too much, and it must be controlling the gate as a portal. We're going to get to that, and I'm going to show you. But look at this being right here. Horns, body, arm. And when I was watching the Gina Marie video, she said it looked like they had tails that were forked. You know, plenty of entities and videos and pictures I've showed these creatures had like a fork-like appendage on the back of it. You can just hold your fingers up and look at it and then put a straight line from your two fingers at the bottom. And it's like, that's what it is, a straight line with two appendages sticking up like a fork. But let's zoom in on the entity right here. You see his arm, his body, his head, and some type of horn. Zoom out for perspective. Look at that, folks. That's geometry, construction, detail, and design. I'll let that resonate. Pull the light back down a little bit. Perfect construction. That just doesn't happen in nature, folks. Everything is centralized around this. Look at the energy that's being emitted from the top. Trying to give you a better angle. Super zoom. Let it catch up. There we go. Look at the brightness flashing at the top. It's crazy, folks. Peace, love, and light. This is the same shot, just more of the actual picture. I'll zoom in. You see the massive geometry, craft, ship, portal, Stargate, whatever you want to call it. Then you see the entity down here that slithered out like it was organic. It moved like it was alive, not a machine. These are living vessels, like I've been saying for a long time now. You see the arm, body, head, and horn. Look at that silhouette. And you can see the bottom part of its face is elongated right here. This is the ship I showed you in the beginning. Let's see. Adjust it a bit. That's me adding light to it. And we're going to get to the position of that when we move on. Show you the whole pic. Look at that, folks. Look at this vessel. It's unbelievable. I'm trying to get it to zoom in without that bright red color shining through. Tail section, like a fighter jet, folks. Where do you think they get helicopters, fighter jets, tanks from? All these things come from a different plane of existence that's been carbon copied here. I'll zoom out for more of the effect and perspective. Let's see, let's pull down some light. Just let that catch up. Okay, moving on. Same shot, unaltered, no highlight. You still can see it's screenshotted from Gina Marie's video from off of YouTube. I'll zoom in, chop off that white piece at the bottom. And this is where it really shines through, folks. The massive vessel that was like anchored onto the bottom of the sun disk. I'll zoom in right here to show you that circular craft or focal or central point of the sun. It seems like that everything is interacting with. Like this is a gas station or a fueling station, or this is how you access the sun to move through different dimensions. Seeing a lot of activity up here, folks. Super. And it's great that they have new footage of the observatories, because, you know, a lot of the footage is old, you know, because they don't want you to see what's going on. And folks told me Gina Marie's other video was taken down. So, I mean, what does that tell you? This is, okay, let's adjust the light. This is the massive vessel that I was showing you that's at the bottom. And there's entities and beings standing in and around it. Look at the craft, folks. It looks like a F-18 fighter jet. Look at the motor on the back of it. Cockpit, nose, underbelly. Okay, moving on. It's about to get wicked, y'all. Now, I put this in a different format. I put this in, I think, fluorescent. But you can still see the massive craft and the structure that's on the bottom of the so-called sun. Here's the edge of it, the illumination. And I'll zoom in. Unbelievable. Then you're going to start to see images of faces and beings. You see the image right here. You see the eyes, nose, mouth, pointed ears off to the side. And when I zoom in close, you're going to see the thing. You can see the color of the entity's eyes. For lack of a better, you know what? I'm going to say not even for lack of a better description, but this looks like Yoda. I mean, literally. Yoda from Star Wars. Giant head, pointed ears off to the side, eye, nose, mouth. You see the cheeks. And I'll just hold that in. I mean, you can see the colors of the eyes. They look like green and blue. Pull out for perspective. See him? Yeah, folks. And let's go up here to this giant being. Now, this is the entity that's controlling or monitoring everything that's going up here. Everything that's going on, folks. It's black in color. You see its eyes, its nose, its mouth. These are massive, giant wings. Okay? Living vessels, a ship, folks, that can shape-shift, transform, project images, faces, change shape. Seeing is believing. Now let me zoom you in on the face. See, this is what Khalid talks about all the time, the feminine electron energy. This is the entity that's controlling the portal and the actual refueling station. Eyes, nose, mouth. Massive head and crown. It's some type of dragon creature or being. You see its neck extended, and then we'll go into the actual body of the creature. See it? Yeah, and when I zoom in, you'll see all types of anomalies. Massive face, eyes, nose, mouth connected to it. Remember, folks, giant vessels, living ships. Look at the detail and design. That's a spike or a horn. Let me zoom you in. You see that guy right there. Mouth wide open, massive head. It's connected to this entity. Look at the colors. Spike, geometry, texture, variation. And then the face of the entity. Seeing is believing. Miss me with the bullshit. You don't have this type of ultra standard by now, you're useless. This is not for you. You believe in this world and everything that's black and white and just written down, and that's what it is for you. You know? Alien entities, black-faced beings, all together. I'll hold that in. Just like off the movies. Let me zoom you in on this little guy. Look, you can see his eyes and everything. Elongated head, body. Look at his face. Zoom out, zoom in on these folks over here. Congregating. This is images of the sun, folks. I know that's hard for you to believe in the little small world you live in inside your head that's been programmed by powers to be. Yeah, but you're getting truth and facts over here. Seeing is believing, and fuck the news. Like I've been saying, that's all fake. Never had a so-called fake sitting president ever in history tell you that the news was orchestrated and fake. Just look at all the beings. Bird face entity, beak, eye, body. Come on, catch up, focus. Just take a look. People on my channel, they have vision. They can see it. They're pulling out stuff to me. Riz, look at this, look at that. And then we have, of course, the Yoda entity. Look at that face, like old Yoda. Wow. People don't understand. And look, this is when the portal goes active. This is when the ships and the entities are eating off of it. Remember, they say God's Son fed the whole world. It's the light of the whole world. Understand that, folks. Light is energy. Light is living. Bioluminescence is real. Look at this thing. Look at this stuff coming around it. Like, come on. That's not a solar flare, folks. That's a machine. An intelligent design in action. Give you the whole photo. Look at the face of that entity. Unbelievable. But believable. And this is the unenhanced one, just right off of Gina's channel. And let's see, you still see old face Yoda. You still see the giant dragon-like entity. You ever put your hand in a cookie jar too much and then your mom say, hey, smack your hand, like, that's enough. You don't need any more. That's what this being does. From what I seen in the video. And look at all the energy that's coming off of this machine that's in the center of the sun. Living machine, the living vessels. People don't get it. That's why you see things in the sky, so-called UFOs, and they shapeshift. And a UFO is an unidentified flying object. Understand that. If it's not in your physical reality, as far as what you know to be of aerial design, helicopter, drone, airplane, you understand what I'm saying? It has to be a UFO because it's unidentified. You know? You know, language arts is a real thing. And people try to mix the words up and all that. But come on. We're telling you it's unidentified. It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's not a helicopter. It's not a drone. It's other. But we don't say other. Here, the term is UFO. Look at all the people. Not a ball of fire, folks. And this is a massive face that's being projected right over the sun. I mean, come on. You see it. Eyes, nose, mouth, giant head, pointed ears out to the side. And there's the sun. There's the SON or the SUN. Trying to get to catch up, folks. And I'll take you to the original picture. And it shines through even better. Giant being. See the pointed ears. It has greenish skin. You see the eyes, nose, and mouth. Zoom out for perspective. And you see that off to the side, folks? That's its wings. It's like someone leaning over your shoulder. And this thing is bigger than the sun. The ship down at the bottom, massive construction. The entities that were coming out of it. You see the tail of it right there. See the creature? Living entities, folks. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but seeing is believing. Put this on a community post. This is one of the massive craft that's just in the backdrop. I'll zoom in on it. It's green and purple. It has multiple tiers. This is the outer disc. This is the top portion of it. And this is all of it on the bottom. You see it? Beautiful, isn't it? Now let's take you to the original shot. And here we are. Well, this is not one of the originals. I put this in fluorescent so people can see better. But what I just showed. And look at this shark entity off to the side right here. Remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Like, look at this. Entities and ships all over the place, folks. Let's bring the light back to normal. Come on. Let's catch up on the focus. There we go. Zoom this out a little bit. Here's another one of the entities that's organically snaking out. You see him right here. And then in the video, if you watch it, it moved up this way. You see his face? It's a living creature. It's tethered right here. Almost like something reaching out like to feed off, like a mosquito, you know, a tentacle from an octopus. Like, it has to have a connection. That's how they get these mid-air fueling in the military, where an airplane can be flying and a fighter jet can pull up to it and a hose comes out and they refuel in the air. Okay? This is not new. Everything here is mimicked from another realm. And this is what we do. We're showing you. Black woman coming out the bottom of the craft right here. Here she is. Here's her face. Her arm is up. She has on a blue and white garment, and her hair looks crazy. I'm trying to zoom in on her face to see if I can pull her face completely in to show you that I'm not grasping at straws. I'm bringing you something that no one else is going to bring you, and this is my job here. And you could take it or leave it right now at this point in time. I'm deadly serious. You could take it or leave it, because people that don't understand this type of knowledge, you just be recycled like trash. Where do you think recycling comes from? The recycling of souls. Look at the face on this being. You see the eyes, hair poked out to the side. Let me zoom out. That's too much for a lot of folks. This will short circuit your brain because your program is so strong. Your spell has been casted so strong. You can't understand. And this is just for a special group, folks. That's all it is. Special group. The shoe fit, you wear it. If you're not part of that group, you already know. That's your business. I mean, come on. You can see the creature right here. Look at his face. There's his eye, his nose, his mouth, and this is his proboscis, or connection to the source, to the energy. It's feeding. It's being allowed to also, because this creature up here, like I said, it's not playing no games. It's like some type of dragon entity. You see the face on that thing? Eye, nose, mouth. I mean, come on. And here's his body creeped off to the side with wings Look at his claws. They look like hooves. There it is. Look, it's like his arm is stretched out here with his wing, and his hoof is sunk into the sun. It's like somebody leaning over your shoulder with a hand on your shoulder. But when you turn and look around, it looks like a horse hoof. Peace, love, and light. Folks not ready. Folks be talking about they ready, but you know what they ready for? Fear. That's what they ready for. They can't understand this shit. Look at this massive craft right here. I can't get over that. Look at that. Let me outline it with my pen, my wand, to break these spells that these devils put on you. Folks don't have a clue. Everybody ain't your friend. And that's the massive being again, with his hoof dug over, arm and wing exposed. You see his face. His face has hints of green and blue in it. Massive ship that we just told you about. The woman that's under it. And all this stuff could be screenshotted, folks. You could look at it, and to your heart's content, it's going to be the same. And the entities and multiple entities that slithered and snaked out of it. I use that not in a bad way, just to let you know, like a snake moves organically. Okay? So that's where we at with that. Okay? Show that. Okay. Crazy looking, I want to say, it looks like a dragon head, for lack of a better word. Horn on top, eye, face, top of the mouth, bottom of the mouth. And the entity with the wings. This was another one that was flying out of it. Right here. Now, I don't know if that's going to catch up and we can pull that in. Let me keep it still. Okay, that's not too bad. But you can see all the other entities around. Being. You see eyes. I mean, come on, folks. You shouldn't be seeing eyes. Like, are you kidding me? With bony heads with like horns or spikes, eyes. I mean, come on. Folks got to wake up. You know, it's only going to make you better. It's going to make you more aware. That's all we doing here, folks. This being right here with the multiple wings. Trying to get a good focus in on his head. Okay, let's see if we can keep it there. I'll zoom in. He's wearing like all white. Here's his head. Here's his wings. And that's his body. And it's around, of course, other entities. Angelic beings. Just can't keep saying it enough. And then look at the image of this off to the side. Massive elongated chin, mouth, strange looking cover over his head and eyes. Looks like one eye is sticking out and is wearing some type of hat or helmet with a white swash going through it. I'll zoom in on it. See him right there? Looking down. Moving on. I gotta get to some really good stuff. I don't want to run out of time, folks. I want to get this all in. Matter of fact, I'll use the original to show you the creature I was just telling you about. Oh, come on, don't do that. See his face right here? Eyes, nose, mouth, points on the top of his head. Its wings are extended out. Look at the face. You see it. Everything I just described, you can see its mouth is open. It's like, ah. pointed chin. See the wings extended out. Organic. Look at that, folks. And I actually have one that's outlined so people can really see. I don't know if it came up on an upload. Oh, here it is. Here it is, folks. Just to show you, we're not grasping at straws over here. Seeing is believing. Massive face. The wings are outlined. Go back to the original. Bear with me, folks. Look at that. Look at that face. Eyes. Dark spot going down the nose, mouth, pointed chin. Appendages going up like giant bat ears or horns. Stare into that face. Peace, love, and light, folks. These are the things I'm seeing from Gina's video. Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Look at that, stretched out again. The face, giant dragon being, wings folded out. Unbelievable. And this is a far away shot to show you how massive the creature is. They're all centralized around this point right here, the gate. And then here's the creature on the outer edges of it. Let me pull up some light. You see the green color? The wings extended out on both sides. Now I'm gonna try to hold that as very still as I can so it can translate through. You see the green color, folks. This is untampered with. No highlight, no contrast, no nothing. And I'm going to zoom out to show you. That's the head of the being. That's a massive wing that way and a massive wing that way. Again, far away shot. Just for perspective.